Good morning, everybody. This is Phyllis. And first of all, let me say to my old and new supporters, thank you so much for your support. But as you all know, everybody on YouTube, is this thing filming? Yes, I'm sorry. Everybody on YouTube are not bloggers or create content. There are a lot of people just consumers. And this video it's probably going to be more helpful to those people that I consider consumers looking for information. You can tell by the title. And the reason I'm making this video is because it is a requested video. You all that have been following me know that almost a year ago, I made a video, made two. I made one in particular that did very well. It was moving to Atlanta, not till you hear this, and another one moving to Atlanta 2018. So guys, I really just made that video when I was in Jacksonville, Florida, visiting my son, Darius and Christina Bailey. They're YouTubers also. But anyway, I was visiting them because they moved down there, but they came back after 6 months because it was not the best place for them at that time for what their purpose was. He's in real estate. No one is asking me to make this video. I'm making this video as a result of all the questions I keep getting and people reaching out to me because they're thinking about moving to Atlanta in the near future, and a lot of them mentioned that in 2019, which was December 2018, now it's almost 2019, so the time has come. So, and they asked me a lot of different questions, and you know, when you get thousands of followers, it's hard sometimes I really try to make time for my supporters because they're not just subscribers, they are friends from afar. A lot of them are friends from afar, and you all know how it works. But this video is for those people that keep reaching out to me, and I still send them emails periodically. I met a lot of nice people, wonderful friends, and some people just really want to know. They really do. People dreaming. So Atlanta is on the map these days. So this video is a result of some of the questions that keep coming to me. And I want to see if I can help shed some light. So forgive me how I look. You know I'm not a makeup person, but I do have a client to see at 9 o'clock. So in the interim, I'm going to make this video. Okay, let's get started. And also I'm a tea drinker, so my throat gets dry. This is not like an educational type of video. It's from a video from a person that is a native that have lived here in this city, this beautiful city, for over decades. So I've been around and I've seen Atlanta change and grow. I've lived and went through the Jim Crow and all that kind of stuff. But I'm also a type of person like to keep it 100%. And I'm a type of person that I don't bash young people because a lot of young people want to move here. And I get into that. Had one young man actually dropped out of college, so he was going to move here. He made a video about it, and I encouraged him before he do that, do some research, and because his goal was to come here and party and have a good time. Nothing wrong with that. I don't knock that because we all had our good time when we were young, but times are different now. Okay, so the first thing I want to do with this video, I want to ask you a question. Let me put on my specs here. Moving to Atlanta 2019. Why? Why? Not just Atlanta or moving to New York or California, wherever you want to move, but you need to know why are you making that move. Only you can answer that question. So be honest with yourself and think about it and know why, and don't look back. And don't let anyone discourage you if that's what you want to do. I believe in dreaming. I believe in visions. I believe in stepping out and jumping. So whatever you want to do, just make sure you answer this question. Why? So that's what I want to ask you this morning. Why? You think about that. The next thing that's important to me, if you're going to move here to this city, you need to know, I'm going to ask you the question, what are your resources? How much cash are you going to have? What are your resources? Family. Do you have family and friends here? Do you have a support system here? Do you have a car? I have found that from experience, I've seen a lot of people, I work with people, I supervise people that came from New York and different places, and they found out that they needed these things. And most of them say if they had these things in place, it would have been a lot easier. I'm not saying it won't work. Nothing is absolute if you don't have these things, but it makes it a whole lot better. I'm telling you. So what are your resources? Your cash. Do you have family and friends here? Support system. Do you have a car? Do you have a truck? Do you have a way of getting around? Because Atlanta's spread out. Atlanta makes up surrounding counties. I know New York, they said boroughs, but we have counties here so that make up the population here, millions of people. So what are your resources? Atlanta's spread out. You need a car. You need a car. Don't say you have to have one, but you can be more successful if you do have one. We do have MARTA. We have a rail system. We have bus. I've done that, been there. I don't have time for buses anymore and trails and trains and whatever, railroads or whatever. I need my car. Okay, so that's it. Answer that. Think about that question. Employment versus careers. And those of you that saw my other video, I tell you, you don't have to. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got a lot. Employment versus careers. I am a professional, but I have not always been a professional. I had jobs like everybody else. There's nothing wrong with regular jobs. We're not knocking that. No one is better than anyone else. Just because you have a master's or whatever does not make you better than anybody else. It just means you got more student loans than somebody else. A debt, unless you were rich. So, okay, you can come here. But there's not a lot of factories here in the city of Atlanta. They're on the outskirts. It's not like New York. There's a lot of fast food, health care. You can do good in those fields, health care. You can get your own business. If you're motivated, that's what you want to do. But you need to have some employment here first, I think. Now, if you don't have employment and you have a strong support system, family and friends, you can come and stay with them. If they don't mind you sleeping on the sofa in the extra bedroom, but don't wear your welcome out. So you can do that. But I suggest you have a job first. Okay? Seek employment. Because I used to hire people all the time, and I'm telling you guys that when I was a director of a program, I would lean toward those people that were trying to transition here, because those people seem to be more serious. Because we have a saying here in Atlanta, Georgia area and surrounding area that people will quit a job in a minute because there are jobs. Don't let anybody tell you that there's no employment here. It is employment. And when we say Atlanta, we're talking about the surrounding counties. Okay? So when I say Atlanta interchangeably, I'm talking about the surrounding counties. Okay? All right, I grew up in Atlanta, the city of Atlanta. I don't live in the city anymore. Okay, so it's a great opportunity if you want to become self-employed, and there are opportunities for that. If you have a hustle, the saying here, everybody in Atlanta have a hustle, and they do. I have a hustle. I have an outside hustle, so there's nothing wrong. It's good money. Atlanta's spread out, so it can happen, guys. So don't let anybody tell you. Okay, so that's it. Now a lot of people ask me about the traffic. Now these are things people asking me about. The traffic. Yes, the traffic, yes, can be atrocious, all right? But the other side of that is all, to me, you know I'm a positive person. I try to be. I'm not perfect, but I keep it 100%. It's all in how you look at it. I stick a tape in, and I just have myself a good time, and that's where I look at the traffic. You can cry about the traffic, or you can just relax and tell yourself there's nothing you can do about it. But what's a plus for me, by me being here so long, I know alternate routes. So if 75, 285, 41, and all this business, I can cut off. So I know the city very well, and I know the surrounding counties. So I did it also for a living in social service, driving around seeing clients. So I know the city very well and most surrounding counties because I've lived in all of them except Cherokee and Paulding. We'll get there. So I know them. So traffic, yes, it is. All right. Now the areas, people ask me about different areas. They send me an email asking me, how is this county? How is that county? Now Cobb County, it's a great county to live in. Cobb County make up other little cities and towns. It makes up Powder Springs. It makes up Austell, some of Mableton, Kennesaw, Austell, whole lot of those towns. Nice place to live. Okay, so Cobb is one of the best. Great school system, and not the largest, but it's fairly large. Atlanta, Fulton County, and Gwinnett, and then Cobb are some of the largest school systems. Okay, they're not bad. It just depends on the area. Everything depends on the area. So you have Cobb County. Great. Crime is not so bad, but guys, let me tell you, we talk about crime. Crime is everywhere. So if you think you come in here because you want to avoid crime, no. And don't let the crime scare you, okay? Just like anywhere else, the areas where you live, all right? Gwinnett, Clayton, Fulton, Rockdale, Newton, Coweta, Paulden, which makes up Douglasville, okay? Spalding makes up Griffin, and Cherokee. I never lived in Spalding, S-P-A-U-L-D. I don't really like Griffin, but it's okay. And all these areas, you can get a great house, all right, because they're not in the city. So Cherokee makes up Woodstock and whatever. Cartersville, up that way. It's north. So your Cherokee is north. Spalding and all of that's going. All these suburbs, these counties about an hour away from the city. Most of them, okay? Except Fulton. Okay, guns. Yes, people do carry guns here. As a matter of fact, in Kennesaw, Georgia, the law says you must have a gun. It's on the books, but people don't buy it, but people do have guns. Women and men do carry guns, all right? So you may not see a lot of them on their carrying on their hip, but they may have it in their car. So if you're going to come here, be it known, if you decide to break in somebody's house, you may meet somebody with some stuff that's packing. So you need to be aware that people do have guns, but it's fairly safe in the suburbs. Crime, just like it's not the highest city with the most crime, but crime is everywhere, and you cannot avoid crime. I'm not going to get in all the statistics of these topics. You can look it up yourself and do your research, okay, and see how the crime statistic and the rates are in each one of these counties. Okay. Arts and entertainment. People keep asking me, do you see movie stars? I don't look for movie stars. I don't measure myself against movie stars. I'm a movie star in my own right. I'm a movie star because of who I am, not because of YouTube. I'm not seeking out to be a movie star, but I can tell you this. If you want to be, my son did a lot of this, D. Bailey Associates, he did this stuff. I used to get, in my job, I used to hand out free tickets to go see different people. I guess I'm not interested. I used to be, but I'm not. So if you want to, yes, the arts are here. Entertainment is here. The clubs are here. The parties are here. Okay? It's here, it's here, it's here. I know a lot of people come here and say, how do I start? I suggest you start out getting, if you can afford it. My son had an agent. Talent, what you call them? Agent, talent agent, or scout, whatever. Get you an agent if you can afford it. If not, position yourself to people that have the same goals and purpose, that want to be into entertainment field. Don't just come here think you're going to jump in and get famous. You can do extra. They're always looking for extras here to work in Tyler Perry Studios and other kind of people that come in and make a lot of movies here. So the opportunities are here. If you're a small producer or whatever, make movies, you can look up me up because I want somebody to help me make a movie. Anyway, arts and entertainment, yes, here. All right. The other thing is people ask me dating. All right, dating. Well, I know a lot of people want to be married. I don't know. I don't know what your preference is, but the dating scene is here, and I think the what they say, one man to every, 71. Anyway, the pickings are slim. Do your research. I don't have time for all that, but you can find someone. You can find someone. So don't come here just saying you come here because you want to date, find your husband. I don't believe in that. Look at my videos. Let the husband find you. Let the wife find you. Let the partner find you. Whatever. But you need to seek your goals and all your other things you want in life, and this going to come. It's not going to die. So don't come here just because you want to find a man, all right, or a woman, or a partner. That's just my opinion. All right. Last but not least, renting versus ownership. Now, you can tell how things have changed. We were talking about this the other day when I was a little girl. You can rent an apartment for $59.50, and that was in the late 60s, 60s. L days are over. You can find a cheap apartment in the low socioeconomic areas, but the crime may be kind of up there. But to get a decent apartment, mostly in the close to Atlanta, you looking at You're not going to find anything too much for $900. So if you want a nice apartment, you're going to have to come to some of these suburbs, the counties I just mentioned, guys. Do your research. But it is better here to own your own home. A lot of people say, oh, I can't own my own home. I don't have the money. Guys, I'm telling you, I've had 2 homes. Let me tell you something. You get you $3,000-$4,000 and you're willing to move an hour away from Atlanta and maybe commute to the city, you can find a decent little home in a nice area. I'm telling you, $170,000, $150,000. You can find nice homes for $140,000 if you're willing to do the commute. To get it, if you think you're gonna live right there in Atlanta, or 10 minutes or 20 from Atlanta, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay to play. Okay? So think in mind, if you're gonna rent, you need to put aside at least $1,200 to $1,200 to live in a decent area, and even more to go to like Cobb County and some of these areas. Now there are little pockets of smaller rent, but you just need to do your research. And you need to align yourself and get in touch with somebody. Like I said, no one is paying me, but I can honestly tell you, if you get in touch with D. Bailey and Associates, this is my son, and I'm telling you, he's helped a lot of my friends and family help you. Don't be afraid to address what's going on with your credit. Just like a doctor, find somebody you trust. And I'm telling you, I would not tell you about this guy unless I trust him. Okay? D. Bailey and Associates. Okay? He will help you. He's a broker. His wife sell real estate, and they're honest people, and they will help you. They've helped so many people to make their dream a reality, guys. You know what? You got the dream, but you got to fix it. You got to do the work. You got to do the leg work. You got to get the credit right. Guys, work on it. I'm telling you. And you can have a home. I've known people in their late 20s and early 30s bought a home or a townhouse or a condo. It's possible, guys. But just find somebody that you trust at D. Bailey and Associates, and they'll work with you and tell you what you need to do, and they'll get you approved. They just told me recently they found helping people that have low credit scores and helping them to work to do what they need to do to get their credit. I am a Southern girl, so I do say y'all. So y'all need to get it together, okay? Get your own something, guys. Young folks own something. That's the key. You can do it. You can do it. But if you want to come, I hope you do. You won't be sorry. You can continue to reach out to me because the new year is coming, and start working on it. Okay? This is just from a mama and a grandmama just trying to tell you the truth. Because a lot of people reached out to me because they said I appeared honest, and it wasn't like a commercial. It's just coming from someone that's been here all their lives and lived in most all these surrounding counties and want to keep it real. And I'm keeping it real for you today, guys. So if you want to dream, you want to jump, you want to take that leap, do it. But take some of these things into consideration, because I'm telling you, you don't have to take my word, but this is from a native. Take care, guys, and hang in there. Bye-bye.